A South Carolina House seat flipping back to red after Nancy Mace narrowly defeats one-term Democratic incumbent Joe Cunningham, becoming the first Republican woman in South Carolina ever elected to Congress. And she's no stranger to service. In 1999, Mace made history as the first woman to graduate from the Citadel. Congresswoman-elect Nancy Mace joins me now. Welcome to the show, Congresswoman-elect. It's my pleasure to have you here today. What does that feel like? Such a great title. I was reading that first Republican woman elected to Congress from South Carolina. That's quite a title.
Quite so. And, and in fact, it's 100 years after women's suffrage. So I feel deeply honored to be making history once again. When I was 17, I dropped out of high school, and my first job was as a waitress at a Waffle House on the side of the interstate. I was in business for 21 years, and now I'm in the U.S. Congress. And this is what American dreams are really made of, from the Waffle House to the U.S. House, as I like to say. And I'm very eager to get to work.
You know, I loved reading about your background and your story that you just alluded to, and I think that's precisely the kind of backgrounds that we need in Congress right now. Speak a little bit to the issues. What issues do you think drove your success in the campaign? Why do you think people felt, strongly about voting for you?
Well, the voters wanted a new Nancy in Congress. And as Senator Lindsey Graham has said a few times now, Nancy Mace is Nancy Pelosi's worst nightmare. She only has a 4-person majority in the U.S. House now. And if folks want to learn about that, it's nancymace.org. But one of the things that I really pushed on the campaign trail is that while I'm going to swear to an oath to the Constitution, at the same time, I'm going to represent the voters and constituents in the Low Country. And that message really resonated because I'm going to put the region where I represent above any political party, really. This is a coastal community that has very unique needs. We're fiscally conservative, but we love America, and we want to protect the environment. And those are the issues that really resonated with voters. And those are the things that I want to work on when I get sworn in.
I think people are mostly excited for things to get done. They hate stalemate, and they're hoping that people get elected that really are willing to sit down, have those conversations, and accomplish something.
Right.
Do you feel that your background and your disposition would enable you to sit with people across the aisle and make stuff happen?
100%. I like to use the example. I've been the state lawmaker for 3 years now. And in the middle of COVID, I passed a prison reform bill. And I can't remember the last time I saw a Republican push a reform like that. But when that bill was voted on, every single Democrat and every single Republican voted for that measure, and it was signed into law. We've got to really work. And I think this election, what we're seeing in 2020, it's the mandate now is that we have to reach across the aisle to get something done. There was a red wave across many states in the General Assemblies and state legislatures. There was massive turnout on both sides of the aisle. People want someone who's going to get something done, and we've got to be able to work together. And I've done that as a state lawmaker. I look forward to doing that in Congress as well. It used to be that way, but now we've allowed our disagreements to cause so much division, and people are really tired of it. And we've got to rebuild our country, our states, and our communities. And I am raising my hand, picking up the mantle, stepping into the arena, and I'm ready to do it.
I think there's a lot of truth to what you just said. Congresswoman-elect Nancy Mace, thank you for joining us, and we'll be watching.